And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is Thursday, April 28th. I'm Josh Engleman, and I'm here to break down a three-game NBA slate for what I believe is going to be the final time this season. I don't think there's going to be another three-gamer at any point in time. It's looking like this is going to be it. This is going to be the final process show of this NBA season. Sad day. If it looks like I've been crying, I have not. I learned a valuable lesson. Don't put your contacts in the moment before a show starts. Looks like you're way more emotional, but I am sad. I don't want this to end. I love the process. So, without further ado, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Oh man, Roddy Piper. I wish that was actually Roddy Piper, but happy that it's you, I guess. Still fine. I'll take it. Feeling good, guys. Feeling good. Last night, I don't know why Dosunmu played so little. That was frustrating. Things were decent heading into Golden State. Decent up until halftime, but it all went by the wayside after that. So, good morning to everybody. I'm just ready to get it started. We've got Philly-Toronto here today. I cannot wait to watch that game. It is going to be absolutely fascinating. If Toronto holds serve here and wins at home, and these guys got to go to a game 7 in Philadelphia with the Philly crowd ready to just take a giant dump on their team, oh, nothing is better. I hope Phoenix just handles the Pelicans and that one's over. And I guess I want Dallas to beat Utah, but I don't really have a big dog in the fight. I ride for Utah because everybody likes to ride against them. But I don't think I like that more than I like Luka. So I think that's where we're at. Glad those other two series are done. There was no need to carry out Golden State, Denver any longer. There was no need to carry out who the hell did I play everybody on? Oh, the Bulls and the Bucks. Like that, just those shits needed to be over, and now they are. So if we got a single game tomorrow, it's Minnesota-Memphis. If Memphis wins that game, then there are no basketball games on Sunday. I'm not going to lie. I would not be mad about that at all. That would be a very welcomed change for me. So go Grizzlies tomorrow. You'll have contenders videos tomorrow, and contenders videos will continue throughout the playoffs. But this will be, I think this is going to be the final process. So let's get it started. I've got my coffee. I hope you guys do as well. Whether you have a coffee, tea, water, or beer, if you've got food, if you got chicken nuggets, Pop-Tarts, pizzas, toast or strudel. Honestly, if you just got the plate of bacon and eggs, which is that's the best. Nothing's better than your standard breakfast. Your bacon, eggs, sausage, cheese involved somewhere. Just gonna take it up a notch. Toast. I don't do as much toast anymore, but it is delicious. Breakfast is just great in general. So if you're eating it, congratulations. If you're smoking it, even better, so long as it's not ciggies. I got my coffee. Rise and grind, everybody. Banner's still next to me. I'm going to be able to work on that over the next couple of days. Cheers. Let's get it started. Yo, that is so good. So good. So, got a milk frother. So that's been helping out a little bit. And then I'm using this chocolate collagen protein something or other that blends into my coffee. Ooh, this just tastes like a very rich mocha. It's like a highly caffeinated hot chocolate. I'm in for it, man. I'm in for it. Oh, before we do anything, I'm repping the brand today for the final one. Prize Picks right here, presenting sponsor. Prize Picks right here on the shirt, and then whoopah, Prize Picks on the hat too. I'm selling out completely. Prize Picks all day. Awesemo.com/prizepicks-promo, or go to the link in the description of this video You get a free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum. You'll get a deposit bonus at Prize Picks. We've got the Prize Picks player prop tool at awesemo.com. That is exactly where you want to be if you're trying to build out your Prize Picks cards. Honestly, the blueprint for Prize Picks is out there. Check your props at sportsbooks using Odds Shopper. If you find any that are wildly off, take them at Prize Picks because there's no juice. It's 50-50 on both sides. So find the big time favorites on Prize Picks. Take advantage if you can. Use the link up here and get a free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum. Thanks for the gear, Prize Picks. I really appreciate it. Now let's get it started. Bang. Bang. First game up, the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Toronto Raptors. Sixers 1.5 point favorites in Toronto, 210 total. I've been meaning to look. Is the pace lower in the playoffs? I know it gets lower as the playoffs go on, but is it just generally lower? Duplicate. I should have this data. I should just run this myself. That's so stupid. All right, so for the regular season, 98.2. For the postseason, 95.7. Okay. So let's see. Perfect. Now we've got the paces a little bit more online. Now let's check out these lineups. So for Philadelphia, kicking it off, we know what we have to do here, and that is remove Matisse Thybulle from this game. So, Larry, good morning. And good morning to everybody that's here. Rob, Roddy Piper, Melvin, SMP, Joe, Izzy. Good to see everybody here. Hit that like button if you haven't done it. For Philly, no Thybulle. Joel Embiid playing. For Toronto, Fred VanVleet doubtful. Thad Young is in. So we know what we need to do here. We take Matisse Thybulle off the floor. Danny Green, they're probably looking to play 34 minutes today. I think that's just what it's been. George Niang was the guy that got the biggest benefit when Thybulle was out. I'm going to assume that that happens again. I'm going to take him up to 20. What's going on, Tony? Cedric? Got to take Tobias Harris up to 40 minutes. Got to take Tyrese Maxey up to 40 minutes. I've already got James Harden at 40 minutes. I've got Embiid at 38, which I think just makes a little bit more sense for a big man. Backup center run going to B-Ball Paul. Only other guy that needs any extra time potentially is Shake Milton. He did see a little bit of extra run. That leaves me 4 minutes that I'm just going to throw at Korkmaz in terms of spillover. S&P, I doubt that they'll have 3 games on any specific day. It's certainly possible in round 2. I haven't seen anything on the schedule. And if they do, it's not out of the realm of possibility that that ends up being like a weekend day, which wouldn't help us here. But I don't know. We'll see. If it pops up, then I'm going to do the process show. I'm just assuming today is the day. Now we go to Toronto. We already don't have Fred VanVleet in, so this should be relatively easy to manage. You know what these crazy guys do. So Kem Birch is going to play his standard issue like 12 minutes. This much we know. I'm actually going to delete everybody here. It's just going to be easier. So we'll build from back to front, and then we'll jump to front. We'll do Kem Birch, 12 minutes. We will do Precious Achiuwa. He's averaged 29. I think that makes a lot of sense to me. I'm going to stick with that 29. Especially with no VanVleet. Chris Boucher, 19. Now I need to get all of the real minutes to everybody else. So Gary Trent, I'm going to say 39. OG Anunoby, I'm going to say 39. Scotty Barnes, feels more like a 40, but I'm going to go 39, and we're going to go 43, 42, 43. $42 Pascal Siakam. Yeah, okay, that works out pretty well, I think. We need Thad Young in. I mean, Thad Young's minutes could be just about anything, but he's the final guy in the rotation. Like, they didn't play any. They played an 8-man rotation this last time out. They had a bit of extra time for the blowout. If it's competitive, I think they're going 8 again, which would, in theory, give me 21 minutes on Thad Young. I'm okay with that. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. Here we go. That's Toronto's rotation. 8-man rotation. 39 for Trent, 39 for Anunoby, 39 for Barnes, 42 for Pascal Siakam, 19 for Boucher, 12 for Khem Birch, 29 for Precious, 21 for Thad. I like that. Let's look at game number 1. For Philly. Alrighty. For Philadelphia, Joel Embiid, surprise, surprise, best option. 10K on FanDuel, 10-4 on DraftKings. Look, it's up to you guys to determine how injured Joel Embiid is. That's not something that I can apply. I can tell you where he would be if we assumed no injury. 57.7 fantasy points on FanDuel, 57.6 on DraftKings. If you want to discount that, that's on you guys. I don't really know how to do that. I'm not a doctor. James Harden, I think, looks good at 8,900 on FanDuel, 9,100 on DK. I think Tyrese Maxey has been unlocked on FanDuel, 5,500 for Maxey. Pay attention to that price as the day moves on. And then on the Toronto side, the DraftKings game over a FanDuel game for sure. Scotty Barnes is 6,200 on DK, $300 cheaper than he is on FanDuel. Looks better there. Pascal Siakam, same price on both sites. It's just a better price than for DraftKings. Gary Trent is $300 cheaper on DK than he is on FanDuel. Only OG Anunoby is better off on FanDuel, but it's not like he's in a great spot. So we've got game number 1 in the books. This is where we stand. On FanDuel, Embiid is lapping everybody else. Maxey, Barnes, Harden, and Siakam all tied basically here with plus 7s. I'd say that Barnes is probably the best option of those 4, but either way. And then on DraftKings, it's basically 5 guys. Embiid and Barnes are tied at the top, and then it just kind of declines with Siakam, Trent, and Harden. Nothing matters till we run crunches anyway. How many people we got in here? 55 viewers, 27 likes. Looking good. On to Phoenix now. Taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Game 6. No funny business here for Phoenix. Just end it. Get healthy. Yo, that coffee is so good. I'm going to be so pissed when it's done. All right, for Phoenix, they went to a 10-man rotation. We actually saw Aaron Holiday see the floor this last time out. I want to look into that a little bit more. Holiday did see the floor second quarter, fourth quarter. It's possible they start going to him for additional time. Have to assume that they're going to do it again. Although you never know. But it is out there now for them to go to a 9-man rotation. We saw JaVale obviously be the first guy off the bench. And they played JaVale and DeAndre Ayton alongside of each other for a little bit. And then JaVale didn't play again in the second quarter. They went to a no center. Well, they went to a Biyombo lineup, which was interesting. So very, very weird rotations here out of Phoenix this last time out. We'll see what they're going to do in general. But they went to Biyombo and Aaron Holiday. Feels like they're probably likely to do that again. So Chris Paul for 38 minutes seems fine. Cam Payne played 11. So far in this series, he's averaging 15. And in the games without Booker, he's averaging 14. So I am going to take a couple minutes away here. They don't seem to care about him. I got Cam Johnson in for 28. I guess I'm just going to give those minutes straight to Cam Johnson, get him up to 31 at a minimum. I think Torrey Craig is done since he did not play in this last one. That's where we're going to get the minutes for Holiday / Biyombo. But I do want to take Cam Johnson up to 32. I've got 35 for Ayton. I think that's what happens in a competitive matchup. I'm going to split JaVale's minutes because we had 17 minutes go to JaVale and Biyombo. If we add in Ayton, it means they played alongside of each other for about 4 minutes. So I think what I want to do is do like 9 here and 4 here for Biyombo. It's probably going to take me out of the JaVale sweepstakes, but I think it's more correct. Bridges played 47 minutes this last time out. I'm unquestionably giving him 42 here. I feel like I should be giving him even more, but 42 is the minimum that I can do. Jay Crowder, I've got in for 32. I definitely want to bring that back down. Crowder in the 5 games of this series has averaged 28. I'm going to give him 29. That allows me to have 12 extra free minutes. Shamet, I got in for 25. That seems right. I don't want to give Aaron Holiday 12 minutes, so I'm going to give 2 more minutes to Biyombo, another minute to JaVale. Actually, 2 more minutes to JaVale. And then I'm going to give the rest to Aaron Holiday, 8 minutes. There we go. That's Phoenix. They just don't seem to want to play Cam Payne. I mean, Cam Payne can't really be in foul trouble in this game. Crowder can, but Cam Payne can't. All right, to New Orleans we go. This one should be pretty simple. You know, we know we're going to get 40 minutes or so out of CJ. We know we're going to get 38 to 40 out of Brandon Ingram. I'm going to charge my watch. We know we're going to get about 40 out of Herb Jones. These things we know. I got Joe Val in for 30. I could probably make that 31. Nance's minutes at 24 seem fine to me. We're seeing less and less Jackson Hayes, but I don't really care too much about the bench. I probably want to bump up Alvarado. I don't totally know where I want to take those minutes from. I guess Trey Murphy can go down to 16. I'm going to bump Alvarado to 19, Joe Val to 31, and then I'm going to call it a day on the Pelicans. So for Phoenix, yeah, S&P, I think you're right there. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Holiday doesn't see the rotation. And that's why he saw the floor. But we'll see. Okay, for Phoenix, I don't think we're playing anybody with a priority. This is just like a bunch of last guys in. Ayton is your best option, and I don't even think he looks good. Phoenix actively not a good option today. The Pelicans, same scenario, except for $4,700 Herb Jones on FanDuel. Stop me if you've heard this before. What did Herb Jones do? It doesn't matter. What did Herb Jones do 2 days ago? What did he finish with? Was it 26th? Where is your name? That's Tyus Jones. There's Herb Jones. He had 21 on FanDuel. Okay, that's fine. No surprises there. Let's close it out. Final game, Toasted Biscuits. Good morning. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. Dallas Mavericks, 1-point underdogs in Utah, 209 total. And for the Mavs, everybody's available except for Tim Hardaway. If they get him back in the second round, that's actually really important. For the Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell in. I want to make sure I see that on the injury report too. Donovan Mitchell, probable. Keep that in mind, though, as you project him. So we go to Dallas. We've got 38 minutes for Jalen Brunson. Feels like 36 is more likely. I got 28 in for Spencer Dinwiddie. That makes sense. I got Luka in for 36. That feels likely to me. 42 for Reggie Bullock. I'm going to assume that he doesn't get ejected. I'm going to give him those 42 minutes. 38 for Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm going to make that a straight 40. I got 20 for Dwight Powell. Seems right. I've got 26 for Maxi Kleber. I think that's what they want. And then I've got Josh Green in for 12. I'm going to take Maxi down, bump him up to 14. But Haywood, good morning. Dallas's rotation is simple. They have not really been moving things around. Yeah, I don't really see anything that I want to change for Dallas. They haven't been like mixing and matching. Now, Utah, this one's going to take a second because I liked Conley a lot the last time out, and he's just been so bad. The problem here is that, and the reason that I think they're going to Clarkson a little bit more, is that we've lost the utility of Mike Conley. If he's going to get beat defensively and not be able to create anything offensively, then Jordan Clarkson just becomes a better guy. Like, if they're both awful on defense, then Jordan Clarkson's better for them on offense, which is where we're at right now. So 35 minutes for Rudy Gobert. He's averaging in this series 32. I'm going to say 34 here, with Whiteside getting the other run. We've got Royce O'Neal in for 33. I think that's the goal. I got Boyan in for 38. I think that's the goal. I've got Mitchell in for 39. I think that's the goal. Juancho played quite a bit more this last time out. I got to take Mike Conley's minutes down. I just don't think he's long to be out there. And I think they're more likely go to Jordan Clarkson. That's my thought process. Now, I do kind of need... I guess I don't need more minutes to Juancho. He's not going to get them. I'm not going to get to Mike Conley now, which is kind of scary. But I just don't see a reason why I should expect him to close this game. He's looked terrible. I don't think they want him to close. So let's look at these final two teams. Dallas Mavericks. Luka is your best option. There's not much else here. And I don't think that Luka looks anywhere near as good as Joel Embiid. It all depends on how you feel about Joel Embiid's health. I find the rest of Dallas to look bad. Man, that Philly-Toronto game just looks so much better than the rest of this. On the Utah side, I guess I like Donovan Mitchell the most. Also injured. Rudy Gobert looks okay. Other than the Toronto-Philly guys, I don't have a great feel for who's going to be showing up in these lineups. So it's time for crunches. Let's figure it out. What do we got in here now, too? We've got 69 viewers, 39 likes. I'll take the 69 viewers. That's always nice. FanDuel Optimals to start. I mean, Joel Embiid's going to be in it, so prepare yourselves for that. All right. In optimal lineups on FanDuel. Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, Gary Trent, Spencer Dinwiddie, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, Joel Embiid, Herb Jones, Rudy Gobert. So it's the double centers, Embiid and Gobert. You get Mitchell as well. Just a lot of question marks in that lineup. I like it. It's just a little dicey. A little dicey. My cell phone in here? Oh, yep. Right next to me. Should have known. Should have known. Alrighty. Power rankings. Go. A lot of Philadelphia at the top. A lot of Toronto at the top. As we expected. Joel Embiid is at the top of the heap. Can't wait to hear people tell me about that. Tyrese Maxey, 2. OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Donovan Mitchell round out the top 5. Then we've got Trent, Harden, and Herb Jones. All those guys are 40% or above. Then we drop down pretty dramatically to Precious Achiuwa at 34%, Cam Johnson at 31%, and then nobody else is above 30%. Larry, yes, I do both in sort. Well, that's FanDuel. Let's check out DraftKings, which I'm sure will look completely different. You've got me on the strategy show and the deeper dive today. That'll be myself and Laffy, so be prepared for that one. We'll have some fun today. All right. First up, DK Optimal. Jose Alvarado, Gary Trent, Scotty Barnes, Cam Johnson, Precious Achiuwa, Donovan Mitchell, Herb Jones, and Joel Embiid. I don't have anything to really add there, other than the fact that Embiid and Mitchell are both showing up, and that just feels like a recipe for disaster. I just don't know how else to manage those guys. On DraftKings power rankings, we are loaded with Raptors at the top. Scotty Barnes and Gary Trent are your top 2. Barnes is going to be number 1, and Barnes is the only guy above 50%. Oh no, my phone wasn't on silent. Raptors in the top 4. Barnes, Trent, Anunoby, Achiuwa. Herb Jones and Bojan Bogdanovic are both north of 30%. And then everybody is just on a flat line after that. I don't really have anybody else that I want to add, but it's very much Raptors season today. It's the pricing. It's the balanced pricing, too. Like, Trent, Barnes, Anunoby, they're all 6K. But, and like, I don't feel very comfortable about having all of those guys, but it's hard to think that it's going to end up being a problem, you know? Like, if I just filter down by Toronto, you've got Siakam at 9,200, Anunoby, Trent, and Barnes 666. Like, I probably only want 3 of those 4 guys at most. So if you're looking for rules, just from a salary perspective, you probably need to mix those guys up a bit. But that's it, everybody. I think we've just finished what is likely the final process show of the season. Haywood, 100% yes, and it's going to be even better for you guys than it was last year. We will absolutely be doing games together. We're working on something outside of that to make it better. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But guys, this is it. I think we have just completed the final process show of the year. Sad day. It's been a long journey. We started this in October. And now in April, I don't know where the year went. I don't remember talking about 6 months worth of basketball at 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning every single day. But you guys are the best crew. If we have another one during the second round, awesome. It'll be here. Any day with 3 games, we will do a process show. So long as it's not on a Saturday. You could probably talk me into a Sunday. And honestly, you might be able to talk me into an early morning Saturday process show if there's 3 games, so long as Liverpool doesn't play. But thank you guys for being here. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. Shout out right there to Prize Picks for being the presenting sponsor of this show. It's been good, guys. It's been good. Contenders videos coming up shortly. Strategy show with Laffy coming up at 10 a.m. Make sure you're tuned in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This was The Process.